So you just pulled the last piece off a sheet of weapon stencils. Time to toss that back and move on to the next one, right? Not so fast. I'm here to tell you why you should be hanging on to those backings in today's pro tip. Okay, so why do we not want to throw away the backings once we're done with them? Well, because this material is excellent to store some of these partially weeded and completely unweeded stencils. I'm going to go ahead and try to explain it to you, but it's easier to show you. Right here is one of our mini dragon scale stencils. It comes partially unweeded. It's basically unweeded. It's just this little, the outside is removed because you don't really need it either way because it's got a border around it. Stencils like our snakeskin and mermaid come completely blank. They look like there's nothing there until you grab the corner and start peeling because there's no border around the scales just because of the way it's designed. So let's start with the dragon scale first. There's two ways to use this, right? There's the female and the male portion, and I have another video explaining the difference between the two, so you're gonna have to look that up on our channel. But let's say you wanted to use the female version, which I refer to as the web. That's easy enough, you really don't need anything else. You're gonna use your tool, grab the corner, and just start peeling your web back, like I'm doing here, right? What I've seen people do in order to use this web, they go through and use their tool to pick out every single one of these scales. You really don't need to. If you just grab the web and start peeling it back, these scales stay down, and you're saving yourself all that work from weeding it out. Easy enough though, right? That's self-explanatory. You pull the web off, you drape it over your project, and now you're good to go, and you still have your male dragon scales on this sheet untouched, and you can save those and use them for another project. Where it becomes tricky and why you want to save your backing is when you want to use the male scales or the male portion of the stencil. You got to get rid of this web, but it's kind of a waste just to trash it, right? So we do the same thing. You grab the corner, carefully start peeling it, all right? Depending on the pattern, some are easier than others. In reality, I should have went the other way, so I'm kind of going against the grain right now, but you get the point. I peel it off. Here's what I want to use. The problem is a lot of people trash this right here. This is still a good stencil. This is still your female portion of your dragon scale. You might be able to use that either on some accessories or some furniture or on a completely different project. Don't throw this away, and this is why you want to keep your backing. So I got a smaller portion of backing here, and I'm just going to take this, and just like I was laying it on a project, I'm going to drape it on. Sometimes this is easier said than done. I was holding it while I was talking, so that made it a little more difficult. But even if it doesn't turn out perfect, it's better than throwing it away and wasting it. I don't like my customers having a lot of waste. That's why I pack my sheets with as many as I can on some of my designs. And now look, so there's some bubbles. I didn't lay it perfect, but you get the point of what I'm doing here, right? I'm laying it down. You don't need to go crazy with it. It's just something to store it. This backing has that kind of like smooth texture to it, so I can pull it right back off and use it later. I can set this off to the side. I can either start individually placing these or using my transfer tape, laying it on here and transferring my male stencils over. And now I still have this to use later if I want to. The other backing that works great is our transfer tape backing. A lot of people use up the transfer tape quick, and now you have this backing and it's blue. Transfer tape's actually clear. The backing is what's blue. So these are great to save too, because it's got that same type of material. It's that same smooth texture that you can lay a stencil on and peel it off later, and you're not going to lose any of your adhesive properties. So let me show you on a completely unweeded stencil what I mean now. So I have my snakeskin here, and I got a full-size mermaid scale here. So we're going to work with the snakeskin because I already showed you kind of guys a scale type of pattern. So this is what we're going to do. If my intent is to use the male portion of this, I'm going to get rid of my web, use my transfer tape to transfer my males over to my project. I still don't want to throw this female portion away. Let's save it. So I grab the corner and I peel it back. Just kind of give it a little roll. And that's the easiest way to make sure none of those scales come up with your web, is to kind of roll it back. If you try to pull straight up as you peel this off, sometimes you'll catch some of the smaller scales and they'll come with your web. But that's what I want to use, but I don't want to waste this. Grab a nice big piece of backing from like your digital or something similar in size. This is a little bit easier because I got square corners to work with. I'm just rolling it on. Perfect. So now I have this, I can use this later. I can use this on furniture, accessories, little parts. Maybe I need to go back and touch something up that the mail didn't cover or I didn't get to. Now I have this to go through and maybe cut little pieces out, lay them on my project, give them a quick spray, and make up for something that this one missed as I go. All right, we hope our first pro tip video really helped you guys out. If so, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe because hopefully we got some more videos just like this coming soon. Thanks for watching.